Well, ladies and gentlemen, the NWA Anarchy Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Jeremy Vane, one-on-one with the former World's Television Champion, Truitt Fields. This is our featured contest this week on NWA. I thought you were on vacation.
Not on vacation, my friend.
Okay.
Would I miss Jeremy Vane, the true Triple Crown winner here in NWA Anarchy? The second guy to do it's always the best, taking on the longest reigning television champion in Truitt Fields. Would I miss that?
I was hoping that right now, we've had a peaceful hour this week on Anarchy, and right now, Truitt Fields, who is suffering, I am sure, although he's not showing it, from last week's boot camp match against the National Heavyweight Champion Shatter, Truitt Fields finds himself in a very unique position. The last time Jeremy Vane held a title in this building, it was the World's Television title. That was over 2 years ago, and it was Truitt Fields that ended the fourth record-setting reign of Jeremy Vane as World Television Champion. Truitt Fields might be looking for lightning to strike twice here.
No, lightning is not going to strike twice. How dare you even insinuate that? This is a different Jeremy Vane we're talking about. And besides Truitt Fields getting his behind handed to him by the Universal Soldier Shatter here just a week ago, but you know what's on his mind. In 2 short weeks, he goes back to war, this time in the form of War Games.
The match beyond the featured contest of Hostile Environment 2009. Truitt Fields, a member of Team Anarchy 09, but he cannot be thinking about that or the coin flip match that will take place next week between the World Television Champion Sean Tempers and the 7-figure deal Ace Rockwell. He has to keep his mind on Jeremy Vane, the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, if he wants to walk out of here and into Hostile Environment, a champion himself. And right now, Jeremy Vane, and it's been some time since Jeremy Vane has been in the ring with Truitt Fields. Even more so, if we look at Jeremy Vane's championship defenses thus far, he has faced people that have either been A, stronger, or B, faster, but not both. And Truitt Fields arguably is just that. He's both. He is stronger, and one could argue that he has a speed advantage on the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion.
Well, I'm not going to argue that with you, believe it or not, Greg Hunter. I'll give Truitt Fields that. You're not the World Television Champion for almost 2 years without having those advantages over your opponents. But the one thing that you forgot to mention, Jeremy Vane is more cunning, and he's smarter than Truitt Fields.
And he'll cheat.
He will not.
Well, we've seen it time and again, and he's an opportunist.
Well, what's wrong with being an opportunist?
Well, I suppose if opportunity knocks, you open the door, but, you know, there's something to be said for a fair fight.
But, by the way, who was in my seat?
That would be Michael Gentry. He's been filling in as ring announcer this week and doing quite a good job of it. And right now, knife-edge chops by Jeremy Vane in the corner on Truitt Fields. Truitt Fields, reversal of that Irish whip, setting up, charges the champ, looking for a monkey flip, and gets shoved away. He was actually studying up for your job, too.
What?
Jeremy Vane taking control back over on the former World's Television Champion. Shot right to the small of the back.
And this is when, I'm sorry, Greg Hunter, but this is when Jeremy Vane is at his deadliest. When he starts to smell that blood, when he starts to get that taste that maybe he has his opponent hurt, this is when Jeremy Vane is at his absolute best.
Jeremy Vane, no doubt about that. The man was World's Television Champion some 4 times. Cover here. And Jeremy Vane with the near fall, and now a scoop and a slam. The champ in control. Truitt Fields, lateral press, but he manages to kick out.
What do we have coming up this week?
You've been gone for the entire edition. This is it. This is the main event. You've missed a great week of Anarchy action.
Really?
Yes.
So tell me what I'm not going to see.
Oh, good grief. Right now, Jeremy Vane, surfboard applied to the challenger for the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. A man who has been a challenger against Jeremy Vane before and has been successful at it. Truitt Fields trying to rally back. The crowd here at the NWA Arena, a murmur going through them as they see the challenger to the heavyweight championship, and they see him suffering at the hands of the heavyweight champion.
Now, Greg Hunter, just imagine this for a second, though. Imagine if Truitt Fields was able to somehow gain his composure back in this match. Imagine he's able to win that Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. He'll enter War Games as the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, which will put an even bigger target on his back from the Unholy Alliance.
Well, if you look, there's already some impressive targets on people's backs. The National Heavyweight Champion will be in War Games. The World's Television Champion will be in War Games. If the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion were to likewise find himself in War Games, then there could be some very drastic ramifications, because we're talking about a match that doesn't just shorten careers, it can end them. And if you walk in as a champion, you have all that much more to lose in that environment. And right now, Jeremy Vane is not intent on letting Truitt Fields find out the answer to that puzzle. Jeremy Vane wants to get out of here, still the Anarchy champion, and clawing at the face of the former U.S. Marine to do so.
We call him Jeremy Vane, DDS. He was trying to rearrange the dental work of one Truitt Fields.
Oh, good grief. The arrogance of Jeremy Vane, your Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, showing through.
You call it arrogance, I call it confidence.
Well, there's a fine line between the two. Cover, and only a 2 count, says referee D. Byers. And now, Jeremy Vane with the rear waistlock applied to the challenger to the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. D. Byers in position, wanting to see if Truitt Fields is going to give it up.
Now, the other thing here, Greg, what good will Truitt Fields be to Team Anarchy if he's injured, if he's hurt?
Well, that is a very good question. One would have to wonder what good he would be in that instance, as right now he is on the receiving end of a considerable amount of punishment from the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion. But Truitt Fields with a side headlock, fighting himself back up to a vertical base, and now right hands out of that side headlock, off the ropes, knee to the ribs and to the hip.
I want to apologize. I think Marty Gentle over there got some grease or something. Fat back on my headset.
Michael Gentry.
Who?
Michael Gentry.
Oh.
Anyway, Jeremy Vane back in control here. The Anarchy Heavyweight Champion pulls Truitt Fields to his feet, grabs him back first into the southwestern corner of the ring. Right hand, knife edge chop. Truitt Fields responds in kind. Fields with the right hand. Folks, coming up next week, we have the coin toss match to determine the advantage in War Games. It's going to be Ace Rockwell of Team Anarchy 09 going one-on-one with the Unholy Alliances. Sean Tempers, the World's Television Champion, as Jeremy Vane, despite having a foot on the ropes, only manages to get a 2 count.
And I've heard some rumblings around in my journeys that we could be getting a decision very soon on those NWA Anarchy tag team titles.
What, were you in the back and you heard me say that on a monitor or something? We've mentioned that more than once on this edition of Anarchy.
Well,
it even says so in my notes, what I've talked about. Anyway, folks.
Well, I can't help it. I had to tell people things. They may not understand you sometimes.
And we will hopefully have a decision from the board of directors regarding the Anarchy Tag Team title situation. Jeremy Vane right now with the camel clutch applied to Truitt Fields. And Truitt Fields finds himself once again in a very precarious predicament. If he gives it up, he's not going to be the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion. That's very obvious. But if he risks injury here, we're 2 weeks out from War Games, he may not be recovered.
But you also got to think about the psyche of an athlete. You got to think about the psyche of a professional wrestler. If he surrenders here, and then he finds himself in that same situation at War Games, he may be willing to give it up at War Games too.
So right now, Jeremy Vane, who has targeted the back of Truitt Fields, the challenger. Jeremy Vane a little frustrated now. We've seen this look on Jeremy Vane's face before. It's been when he's faced Truitt Fields in the past. That look of, what do I have to do? This man's taking every shot I throw at him.
Well, you know, sometimes you just got to pick up something else and use them. You know that old saying, what the hell, use the bell.
Pick something up and use it. Well, Jeremy Vane might well do that before the match is over. At DQ, he'd still be the champ. Big backbreaker. Cover, hooks both legs. And again, Truitt Fields with the reserves, the strength, the intestinal fortitude to kick out.
And you don't even have to wonder if that's the reason why he's a member of Team Anarchy going into War Games, because that's the exact, abilities that you need, that resiliency that he's showing here. This is going to play very big in War Games, unless, of course, Jeremy Vane is successful in injuring Truitt Fields here tonight.
And then that would put the 4th place on Team Anarchy in considerable doubt, as Truitt Fields, a week removed from the boot camp, finds himself facing a very determined Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, a very crafty, cunning, and wily champion who just hit the VKO. And Jeremy Vane just got his head taken off. So much for the VKO. And now, Polish Hammer.
But how much damage has been done to Truitt Fields?
Good question, but Truitt Fields, big power slam.
But Greg Hunter, usually from that position, we've seen Truitt Fields and that momentum get somebody up for the military press. This time he just opted for the power slam. We don't know what kind of damage has been done to that back.
We don't know, and he is signaling to the crowd for something here. And he hauls Jeremy Vane up. He has Jeremy Vane in the human torture rack. Truitt Fields pulling out a different weapon from the toolbox. Jeremy Vane in a bad way, but so is the back of Truitt Fields here.
Right, because right now he's carrying all of Jeremy Vane's weight, but also left his eyes open for Jeremy Vane to rake. That's my favorite move, the Greco-Roman eye rake.
Oh, good grief. Well, Jeremy Vane with a rake of the eyes. Truitt Fields gets out of dodge. Jeremy Vane collides with the turnbuckle. Truitt Fields charges in. Monkey flip. And Jeremy Vane all the way around.
Wait a minute.
And what is Agent Attorney Jeff G. Bailey?
He's got the paintbrush. He's got the paintbrush.
I don't know if our cameras have picked him up yet. Oh. Hey, do you want another coat? What in the world? What is Jeff G. Bailey doing out here? Jeremy Vane. Oh, good Lord. Jeremy Vane with the VDT. Good Lord. Let's go to Michael Gentry for the official word.